And here he is at the top, and he's got a smile going, a little bit of a grin. And here he is, Emil Johansson, and winner of the recent 2022 Red Bull Joyride in Whistler, BC, British Columbia, Canada. And currently ranked #1, clearly, in the FMB World Rankings. Has pretty much won everything he's entered in the past 8 major events.
Spread over 3 years. No one worked harder at home for this stuff than Emil, and it shows from his riding, and it shows from the tricks. The guys in the know he has still locked away. Nice foot jam there. The only rider opting to ride a slopestyle bike with rear suspension. That's more than yesterday. That's a foot plant 360X up. Triple truck driver, landing perfect with an over-rotated 360. Just spinning the bars for good measure. Tongue out, high fives. A lot of multitasking going on. And the other side, both hands, baby.
All the pressure on his shoulders.
Right.
Here we go, Johansson.
There we go, combos, 360 tail whip to X up. Nikolai Rogatkin pushed him off the top spot, and then Fedko added fuel to the fire. So Emil's got to step up here. Double whip. That's the end of the box district, but now we've got the quarter district, and yesterday he went...
still high-fiving the fans.
Oh, man, he went higher than everyone here, and has again. 540 with an inward table, almost missing the landing. He went that big, with the alley-oop tail whip on the second quarter. Just getting back onto the bike. 450 bar spin to downside tail whip. We need a replay.
Wow. He's just like, whoa.
He got himself in a spot of bother there on the left hip, but his feet just always are magnetic, and they're back on the pedals before he lands. Does he seem less out of breath than everyone? Is he like, do you think he's a treadmill warrior as well?
Here's a guy in 2018 battled through some serious issues with a rare autoimmune disease that held him back and took him in and out of riding, couldn't figure it out. They finally figured out the whole thing, and Epstein-Barr virus, Hashimoto's disease, cured it, back on the bike, and then started crushing it in 2019 and hasn't looked back since, Matt. It's been an unbelievable story, and if you just look at some of the documentaries.
Absolutely, the journey he's been on is so bizarre and so tough, but he's overcome adversity, and that's kind of a macrocosm of what's going on today. This is a small version of that. He now needs to work extra hard to take back that win on his second run, dropping in.
Not used to seeing third place by his name.
360 tuck no hander, just a straight backflip. That's yesterday again where he struggled to get, oh my word though, opposite double downside 360. 360 top, that was opposite too.
Okay, the control he has on the landing when his back tire washed out right there, and he still manages to pull it back in underneath his seat is fascinating to me.
All he knows is winning, and to win you don't mess up. That was a foot plant 360X up and a 450 triple bar spin, scoring a 12.52 in the top district. This got the sickest style. He's such a tall guy, makes the bike look tiny underneath him. Massive score.
Second in the box district. Compared to the others, that's what you see on the side, left-hand side.
This is where it was. That kicked that opposite tail whip, didn't kick it hard enough, but just still got to the bike. His core strength must be just so insane. The only trick there that wasn't complex was that straight back flip.
So it's all going to come down, Matt, to this final big air district.
He just spins opposite so often. That's an opposite 360. Both tail whips are opposite too. The whole trick feels backwards, feels unnatural. Have we got a score yet for that district? Bumped.
So it's all going to come down. Let's talk about the big air, the best trick contest last night that he showed up for. We didn't expect to see him, and he won that with the world's first, which was absolutely insane, Matt.
Yeah.
And what was that trick, and do you think he'll do it again?
The trick was a 360 tail whip to bar spin to downside tail whip. So 3 insane moves in different directions all going on during a massive 360. Oh my word, the overall impression is humongous.
Off the charts.
Quarter pipe district, winning that one. He's podium position in every district. That's what we need, a consistent average across all of them. And those red bars are almost at the edge of our screen in every district. A 17 would win.
And if he does what he did last night in the best trick contest, no problem.
No
Here we
worries
go.
at all.
Emil Johansson, final rider here in the second round before we get into the
360
third.
double downside whip on a cannon. There's a 360 windshield wiper. Mega trick. So many tail whips in this run, but all in different directions. They're all complementing each other. They all add value. And the crowd know it too. That was one bar spin away from the world's first we saw last night.
I just love how Nikolai Rogotkin, he just hangs out down there and just is such a fan of the other riders.
He really is. Right now, holding on to the top spot must feel insane. But he caught that tail whip, hung out in the air, miles off the ground for a moment, and then just booted it the other way. So this is a really, really strong run.
All right, so 3 runs, and this is the final run in round 2. As we wait a score for Emil Johansson, who was leading after yesterday's first run and then got pushed down to number 3 before this particular run after Nikolai Rogotkin pulled into the lead. And then you had Eric Fedko bumping up into second place.
I'd say he's absolutely done it. The 360 double downside tail whip on the cannon. There's the big air jump at the end, but the big air district is judged on both those features. You need both. Emil knows it. He's so experienced, not only at winning, but how to win. For me, it's first place.
Did he check all the boxes? The Swedish flag's out for the 23-year-old Swedish sensation. All of his scores in the last 8 events that he has won straight have been above 90 points, including a 98-point run at Innsbruck. That was the highest score ever. Don't think this is going to be there, but it's going to be close with the 71.34, so it'll put him back in command as Emil Johansson.
In the 90s.
And there's a familiar position, number 1 and above the 90 mark.
He's happy with that. This would have been his first ever win in the streak to be sub 90, but now look, there's a 9 in the front there. That feels like home for him.
Unbelievable. So after the second run, Emil Johansson of Sweden moves into the lead, and he's in the finish area with Kaz. Kaz, take it away down there.
Emil, you've done what Emil does best. You're an absolute machine. You were pushed to third, and you went, okay, I'll take it back to first. Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Give me more.
Well, it's very hard, honestly. Like, this course is so exhausting to honestly get down one piece. I had a bit of a bobble mid-run, but somehow made it back on the bike, landed it. So like, just to get down in one piece and somewhat have a clean run and get bumped into first feels amazing.
Can we expect more? Even more? Can I be cheeky enough to ask for even more from the last run?
Future will tell.
Well, listen, good luck. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you.
All right, Emil Johansson down there with Kaz, and he'll focus on his third and final run, but now goes into it the leader with 90 points.